clinches. And a lot of fighters like to use it this day. And how can we use ninjutsu to get away from that?
Kind of dirty. Bear with me. Not going to be super scientific.
Welcome to class notes.
Mr. Labbay, you're doing some clinches, I believe.
All right. So this is actually fun because the lead-in that you gave me with what you're working on is actually really consistent with some clinch work. Mr. Matt, can I borrow you, sir? We're gonna set this up kind of dirty. Bear with me. Not gonna be super scientific. All I know is this guy's got hands, and staying out here just isn't a happy place for me. So I'm going to take that ground. I'm going to try to get in on him. And I'm going to try to establish some control. So we're going to get just kind of coming in and rotating with him a little bit. We've kind of got this little bit of a half clinch going on right here. My hand is a hook. If you're Leslie and you're training with Paul, a little shot to the groin might help get him into a spot here where this is a little bit more feasible. I see a lot of folks kind of ending here, where we're both kind of bent over. There's a lot of space. He does Muay Thai class every Monday night, right? So I want to maybe not give him a lot of space to throw kicks and knees at me. Also, now if I sink, my weight's not impacting him as much. If I'm close and I sink, now my weight's impacting and controlling his head. It doesn't have to come all the way up, almost like we're doing a headlock. This is actually specifically just a little hook to the back of the neck. Elbow comes down to my ribs, and here I am. You'll see guys in like competitive fights like this all the time. It's pretty common. Get you right. Yeah. So see how you're stepping to the outside of his leg? Yeah. Oh, you're right on. Yeah, there we go. Good. Now, this elbow is going to come right down to your body. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Good. Now this guy's pretty well locked to you. Surviving and getting tight so he can't hit me in the face anymore. That's always kind of a nice thing to have. But this can also be done assertively and proactively, and as its own sort of fighting strategy is staying tight, but also being held to pin down. So I've got Matt again, and we're gonna kind of work through. We've got this rotation. Everyone's getting their right side forward, correct? Sure. All right. So sweet. From here, he might be trying to press in and grab me. He might be trying to grab my body. He might be trying to hug me or tackle me and take me down, and I don't necessarily want to stay right in front of him. I'm assuming that he's going to be dangerous if I just kind of leave him here. We've got some checks, we've got some good alignment, but I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to keep my hand on the back of his head. I'm going to rotate 180 degrees and lift my elbow up to the other side. Here we are. Oh, there's this nice little spot where now we can hit. Oh, Jesus. Where we can hit. We can rewind. I'm kind of pressing down in the head a little bit, sinking my hips, rotating my body. I lift this arm as an extra bonus. Boom, and we get a shot right there. Okay?
Please note that Mr. Labbay is keeping his right hand on the back of Matt's neck the whole time.
Yeah.
Watch the rotation of his right hand.
Yeah.
Constantly keeping the pressure on there.
And I'm not trying to shove Matt down. That's important. I'm not just trying to shove him down. He's going to be fighting back. He's going to feel all that, and it's just going to waste energy. You don't have to. If you just kind of sink and turn a little bit, he kind of comes down for you. Go back. And then there's lots of places we can go from here.
Yeah, so that foot was still, like, the feet didn't change, but the angle was right in.
I read those my feet to try to get a left in there, but that's
wrong. Well, the left can go right in here. And then go in here, and they never or something. Until he voluntarily falls.
Yeah. It's me.
Driving it more in.
Yep, and then just lift your elbow and just slide the over. There you go. That's the idea. And then you feed a knee. Yeah, it's really cool.
And then they fall asleep.
And we're already ready for the next step. I'm going to pitch an option. So you can consider this a little bit of a higher level option. But what we're going to do is we're going to switch and bring in this little uppercut at the same time. This little left hand is just sort of sneaking in and pop, just right there. From there, the left hand goes to the back of the head, switching around, pop. And you have these little tiny, nasty little uppercuts that kind of come in from nowhere and you're this moving thing that's just tearing them apart. It's a lot of fun.
As the attacker,
Mhm.
should I be like if I'm bent down? Should I be trying to come back up when they're?
I kind of like that actually.
Or okay.
So that's a good question. The answer to that is yes. The question always comes up, hey, how hard should I be training this? How hard should I be resisting this technique to give a realistic experience? If Mr. Paul has given me just a little bit, so I can kind of sort of sense where things are at a little bit. That's actually a nice level of resistance to have. You don't need much more than that for right now. And the truth is, if you're wearing a white gi and this is like new stuff to you, if you're resisting really hard, that's the highest chance someone's going to get injured, to be honest with you. So that's why we start a little slow and then we'll ramp it back up. To dropping my hips, let my body movement and realigning do this for me. There's more to it than there looks. We're going to kind of do it. They're sometimes. So anyway, what we're going to do, no talking, good jet lag. We're going to kind of have both hands on the inside. I'm just going to kind of cup my partner's head. And I'm going to pinch my elbows together a little bit. Now, people do this little elbow pinch. So that way it makes it a little hard for Mr. White to escape down. He was kind of pulled down and away. My elbows kind of blocked it off a little bit. But honestly, he can punch up over the top. He doesn't have any rules he has to follow. He can be grabbing my groin. He could be grabbing my skin. He could be literally ripping into my intercostals. That's fun. But I do want to be able to practice using my hips. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this clinch. We're going to step back and do a quarter turn. I'm not trying to put our partner on the ground, but just go unless they go. It's a lot of mass on my neck. Just bringing this person around, turning our body. If you're like, oh, my neck, I slept badly, don't do this. Keep working on what we were just working on. But what I'm interested in is, can we rotate, keep this person to us, and just have control of their body? Notice it's not this. You ever seen two kids in a playground fight? and it turns into that? Have I ever done that? No.
How do you know?
Ever?
YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, this is being able to turn my partner's body. So good. This is why we're practicing this. Get used to this. Get up with this height. You can control it.
Go end it quick. People don't like to fight with half the face.
Babies.